How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Caswell Customs. We got Paul here, and today we are working on his truck. So today what we're going to be doing is installing some reverse lights on the back end of his truck. One thing about having, a truck, and you don't always get the best reverse lights in your tail lights. So aftermarket reverse cubes are always a good option. When you're out hunting in a field and it's dark late at night, or you're backing down your driveway, you can't always see the best. So that's why we like to add these reverse lights. So we're going to show you the install. I'm also going to show you an install on some light pods that I put on my truck, on the A-pillars, and then in the bumper. So check it out. So as you can see, it is currently freezing out. It's like, what, 8 degrees outside? It is absolutely freezing here in Michigan this time of year. So luckily, we got the space heater going. That's gonna be really nice. I mean, it's still super cold. As you can see my breath, but it is way better than what it is outside. So right now, Paul is undoing his battery. Anytime you're going to be doing electrical work, always undo the negative terminal on your battery. So we're going to be mounting the wiring harness up here in the engine bay. So the lights that he got came with this nice little controller that we can throw in the cab. It already comes with a relay, your power and everything. Now, I think this kit is thinking you're probably putting them in the front of your truck. I have all this extra wire from when we did my rear bumper that came with pods, because I had already ran wires for the old bumper that I had. So just to make it nice and easy, so we're just going to splice in there, run it down the frame, up into the cab, and then run the actual controller into the cab. Okay, so right here, there's this big grommet that all your wiring goes through. And so we're just going to puncture a hole in that, feed our wires through, and that's how we'll get the little controller knob into the cab. It's going to end up here in the dash, which I know you can't see a thing right now. Let me get my flashlight out. Okay. Up here in the dash, behind this actual fuse box, is where it's going to pop through. Alright, so right now what we're doing is we're extending the wiring harness so that we only have to run one wire back. We're clipping before the split on this so that we still have the wider wires to get to each light pod, but we only have to run one wire to the rear instead of splitting them at the front and running them to the back. So we're going to clip that, strip them, and then extend the wiring to there. Alright, so now we've got the extended wiring harness spliced there and there. So we've got enough wire to be able to run the distance of the cab. So we got that plastic piece on top of the battery up. We're just loosening that so that we can put the power underneath it, and then set our relay in there and ground out that, and then run the rest of the loom down the truck, run the button across the top and into the cab. Okay, so we have the power on that bolt, and then we're going to go ahead and attach the relay to the bottom side of that bolt, and then we're going to ground to that bolt back there.
you up to? Huh?
All right, so we just got done mounting our relay. We did our ground to the underside of that, and we just took the battery back up. So now we're gonna just plug in the lights, give them a test real quick before we run it back to the rear and bolt on. We're gonna show you, we got some kinda okay clips of us welding on the brackets that we used, but all we did was weld brackets to the hitch package. So we're going to show you us bolting onto there and running everything, but real quick, we're going to show you a test on the camera to not in focus of the lights. Alright, so we plugged them in. These are Bunker Industries lights. So we plugged them in, we got our controller, and it looks like we got power to it because it's coming up red, so hey, there we go. So we know that everything's good as far as our wiring. Definitely gonna clean that up, make that look nice and good. But you can actually hear the relay clicking when we turn them on and off. Awesome. It's cold. Oh, so we just went inside for a little bit, eat some dinner, had some Hungry Howies. Now we're back in the garage, and it's like that whole, you're cold, then you go sit in the warm for a while, and then you come back out to the cold, and it just feels that much worse. And like, it's gotten warmer in here, but it still feels super cold. Right now, we're trying to figure out where the grommet feeds to. Paul is actually taking apart the lower part of the dash. See if we can find where that grommet comes in. So we can put the controller in. So right now we're fumbling around with getting the wiring fed through that grommet. We got it through there and almost through the other side. The problem is they've got this huge fuse panel right in the way. Excuse me, Paul, can I hop in here real quick? Right here in the way, and no joke, where we need to go is all the way up in there on the other side of it. So we really can't even see where we're poking through because it's right in the way. So we're gonna try and undo that fuse panel. We're gonna tie it down a little bit because, you know, we're pulling pretty hard on the hanger, you know, the snake we fed through there, hook up to our wiring. Well, obviously we don't want to pull too hard, but if we can move that fuse panel and maybe see what's going on, it'll be a little better. So, it's just taking a little bit longer than we were expecting. After we get that done, we're gonna go ahead and start running the cables, like we said a million times before, down the frame. And now's probably a good time I can show you brackets that were fabricated. So it's incredibly dark, so give me a second. Brackets that they fabricated on there. It's literally just a little tab on the tow package there. And we got another one right there. So they'll hook up real nice and easy. Be able to hide the wires up behind the bumper. Be a nice clean install. Alright, so we have successfully fed through the grommet, through the firewall, into the cab. So we have the button mounted right there on the dash. Now Paul's just kind of tightening everything up, getting it all clean. Some zip ties so it's all out of the way. And then I have already ran the wire down the frame to the rear. So now we just got to bolt them on. So, and I did I'd say a pretty decent job. Let me get my flashlight out real quick. And so we'll pull it a little bit tighter because you can see it right there, but it just ran all along the frame up to the front. So pull a little bit tighter so you can't see that, but all in all, not bad. Like we talked about earlier, we want to just try and make this as neat as possible so that, you know, yeah, that's there, but when you get from a distance, I mean, it almost looks like it's just part of all the factory on there. We might want to wrap all those cables black to match everything, but I mean, looks pretty good. We've got one of them mounted on right now, so Paul, go ahead and hit the light. So that's one light. Now we're going to go ahead and get the other one mounted up, and then show you what they're both on. Alright, so we have them both mounted up. We realize now that our one bracket is a little crooked, so that's why you can see this one's a little bit flatter and that one's a little bit more angled. But Paul, go ahead and hit your lights. That is going to be very bright, and that's going to make backing up way easier. So now, tell me if y'all agree with me, but I think Paul needs to do like a nice 30 or 32 inch, whatever the size is, curved light bar right behind the grill. I think that would be absolutely perfect, completely hidden, keep that nice clean look on the front, but give you that extra functionality. So comment in the comment section down below if you think we need to add that to Paul's truck. Just in reverse. So this is how much light we get just in reverse. Alright, hit them. Look at how much brighter that is. So that's going to help a ton. You know, like I said, you're out hunting, you're done at the end of the night, or you're just backing down your driveway in the middle of the night, can't see anything. Your rear view camera got all, you know, crusted over with the salt and everything on the road. So that's going to make backing up way easier. Woo. How's it going? So it's another day. Obviously, as you can see, we got all the stuff done with wiring up Paul's reverse lights. So that was a freezing cold night about a week ago. And now here we are, the day after Christmas, so it's December 26th, and I'm in t-shirt and shorts in Michigan. It's literally in like the 50s right now, which is kind of nice, because now I can finally wire up my light pods and the fog lights that I got for the front bumper. So we're going to be doing that today. The fog lights, we're just going to be wiring into the factory wiring harness, using some new connectors. And then those lights, I'm going to use the wire that I used to have for the light bar I had in the old front bumper to wire that one and that one. So right here we have the fog light pods that I got. There's the other one. And like I said, eventually we're going to be adding a winch to this truck, but he's going to sit right behind there. It's going to look kind of just like that, but with both of them in there. Just ran into a very interesting problem. These won't make it because that bracket, wow, that is not focusing at all. So the bracket does not line up with the holes. And so luckily my bumper came with these little like spacers, so I'll be able to put it in that mount rail, and then it'll set the light just a little bit farther back. So glad I kept these. Okay, so here's what I've got going on. I now have that tab on there compared to the old one without it, and that way I get my proper spacing behind this grate in the bumper. And I'm actually gonna have to route that groove a little bit bigger so that I can fit that size bolt on there. So we're gonna have to pop that off and get that routed a little bit bigger. Wow. There we go, there's my focus. So let's get that done. Alright, so I'm finally done wiring everything up. I didn't show most of the wiring process because it's pretty simple. It's just a lot of just, you know, splicing and crimping. I put the lower fog lights on the old fog light controller, and I put the A-Pilar lights where I used to have my light bar on my old bumper. So I'll show you where I hooked them up and where I got the controls inside the cab. Put the A-Pilar lights on this button, and this is the fog light button. So let me go ahead and get power for the fog lights. So, fog lights, bumper lights. And we're lit up. Like I said, these ones are just wired up to the fog lights, so just taking the ties that I had up there, cutting the old plugs, splicing in new plugs. So I'm super happy with the outcome. Alright guys, thanks for watching another episode of Caswell Customs. I know this is pretty basic stuff, just adding some light bars and reverse pods and light pods and everything. You know, just looking for something else to put on the truck. Got a bunch of big stuff coming. These are just little things here and there, so hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe to us on Instagram at CaswellCustoms. Check us out on Facebook. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. We'll be right back.